Hi friends, Diana here from Garden Love. How are you guys doing? I hope it's doing great. Today I just wanted to do a quick video about this amazing jujube tree. There's a lot of things to be excited about in the garden, but I do have to be honest, this jujube tree has really gotten me excited because for a while I didn't know if it was going to make it, because last year I really neglected it in a container. I didn't do a lot to it. I barely watered it. Barely had like one or two little leaves hanging. It was like nearly dead. It seemed like it was going to die, but I didn't lose faith. I believe it was gonna make it. It did get enough water. The fact that it did have one or two little leaves hanging out meant that there was still a lot of um, energy in the tree to even support that, to water it. So I knew it was going to do okay. I had faith that it was gonna do okay. Some people in the comments comment and said that's dead already. It's just a dead stick, and I told them it's not. It's gonna be okay. So I decided to plant it. I know you guys saw that video when I planted it here on my hillside garden. And now here in the month of March, I want to give you guys an update on how it's doing, and also the little pup that I dug out of the container. When this was in a container, it had a little pup. I put it on the other side of this hillside and it actually started to grow, and I'm excited to show you guys that as well. But let's take a look at this. So as you guys can see here, look at this. It's in a dirt locker, and I amended the soil. I did not put a cage in it. I feel that it's aggressive enough for it to grow enough roots before any gophers come around. Hopefully my theory works. Let's see here, and look at this. Every single bud has multiple little I guess you can call these little branches, because they will be little branches, and as you can see, it is growing everywhere, even to the top. Let me show you guys the top. Look at that. I'm super excited. This is definitely something in the garden that has me super excited. I'm super happy to see it, because definitely didn't know if it was going to make it. I had faith. I felt that it did. I felt that it had a little bit of branches, and that gave me hope. But as you guys can see here, I also painted it with IB Organic. That way it can protect it from sunburn, because I did put it out here maybe a few months ago. Here in Southern California, we get bright sun, whether it's winter or not, whether it's cold or not. The sun is bright, and that still can give someone sunburn even though it's cold and if you're sitting under the sun. So the Ivy Organic protected it from sunburn, so that way it didn't damage the trunk, and also from any critters that might want to grow and live inside of this trunk and start chewing it up in some of these little crevices. So it definitely did its job. I often would come here and wiggle the trunk just to see how stable the roots were getting rooted. Usually that's a good sign. When you can barely move it, that means that the roots are rooting deep down into the ground and it's doing its job. And here, as you guys can see, the leaves are coming out. So this jujube tree is going to give me tons of fruit. I can imagine all the energy that it's been holding onto from me not putting it in the adequate pot or giving it the adequate soil and water and fertilizer, just because, as you guys know, this huge project I'm working on here, creating this beautiful hillside, edible hillside, and this side of the garden seems pretty complete, with the exception of a few dirt lockers that I still need to add mulch to. But as you guys can see here, the Mexican key lime, my queen nectarine, my pineapple waba, a lot of lavenders, and my Mexican sage, my calamani kumquat. Then I have another kumquat there, some rosemary and some oregano, some more rosemary, another kumquat, my onions. And this is a section that is done. And I'm going to show you guys the ugly part that's not done, having tons of weeds that I have to pull out and eventually add more soil to some of these dirt lockers, and also add some mulch, so that way we can prevent all these ugly little weeds hanging out. So as you guys can see, there's another Mexican sage. I have a pomegranate up there, and some cactuses, gojobi berries, which are, they look like tiny little red chilies. That seems to be taking off. You can see some of them sprouts coming up from down there. I don't want to say suckers, because they are not suckers. That's just the way that bush of a plant grows. So Let me show you guys what the little puppy that came out of this jujube. When it was in a container, I dug it up and I actually decided to plant it over here. So let's go ahead and walk over there. You guys can see, oh, the honeyberries are doing great. They're getting established. I put a lot of mulch so it can help with the moisture and the soil staying really nice and wet. My lavenders are doing amazing. See, this is the ugly part without the mulch. Tons of weeds. But let me show you guys here really quick. Here it is. Here is the baby jujube tree that I dug out from the container. You can see that it's also waking up. You guys see all the green. All of this is like just dead little branches that I can probably cut off. Crazy enough, this little pup ended up having another little pup over here, and I'm going to pull it out once it gets a little bit bigger. Jujube trees are known for being a little bit of an invasive. They are known for having tons of pups, so I'm okay with that. I plan on pulling up the pups and giving them away. Supposedly, actually I shouldn't say supposedly, because I have seen that these do great in containers, but you do need to have a big enough container. The one I had it in wasn't as big as it could have been, like something like this or a wine barrel. And you need to make sure that you have a lot of mulch, which I didn't when I brought it here. And you need to make sure that you have it of some sort of drip irrigation, because this will drink a lot of water, especially if it's root bound, especially if it already, you know, the roots are already at its max inside the container. So you got to think about that. But it could definitely grow in a container. I've had it before I moved here. It was thriving. It gave me fruit. But once I moved here and I just lost focus on the things that I needed to take care of, and it was just became too much because I was working at one thing at a time, as you guys can see, then I kept forgetting to water. But you guys can do it if you guys have a smaller garden, can attend to it. And honestly, if you just put it in a sunny spot and regularly water it, it's going to thrive and grow and give you tons of fruit in a container. I'm deciding to put it here in the ground. I don't care if it sprouts pods, because I'm willing to pull them out and give them away or sell them. You know, it never hurts to make a little extra cash. So that is my goal. I'm super excited. Even the little baby, I was wondering when this baby was going to wake up, because the mama jujube actually woke up a lot sooner than this baby, and I was wondering, I didn't want to show you guys this update here in March until this baby started waking up, so you guys can see the progress for both jujube trees that I have here in the garden. So just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the jujube. It's been a minute. I'm gonna start doing tons of updates, as we have so many things growing in the garden that I'm excited about. So many things that made it over the winter, and as you guys can see here, my loquat, it's growing. The fruit's growing. It's taking a little bit longer than I remember it. I want to say when I had it in the container, the fruit was already ripened by March. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the videos and see, but maybe April. Maybe I might be wrong, because it does look like it might be ready by April. It needs a few more weeks to get a little bit bigger and for him to ripen. So super excited, guys. Quick video of my jujube. If you guys want to see any updates on any other fruit trees that I had in containers or that I put in the ground, you guys, some of you guys are amazing. You guys have been following me for a long time. I'm super grateful for that. You guys really inspire me to make these videos, because all your comments are wonderful. You guys give me great ideas, and sometimes you ask for updates on certain videos that I hadn't even thought about doing updates. So please leave it in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys want an update on, and I'll be doing those here pretty soon, because everything's starting to wake up. It's starting to look amazing, and I am so excited to be seeing, you know, the transformation of everything that I've done so far, especially some of these plants that are dormant, that are going to be starting waking up, and all of this hillside is going to start to look beautiful. And this month of March, I'm going to be working on actually weeding and mulching all the dirt lockers that don't have anything. Even if I don't plan on putting a plant in there, I want to mulch it so that way the ugly weeds don't start popping up, because it is pretty bad. As you guys can see, all of that green stuff is weeds that I'm going to pull out and eventually mulch. But one step at a time. I can't do it all by myself, and I Actually, I could do it all by myself, but it's just gonna take forever. So I'm gonna see if my husband can help me one day or two. We just been super busy with other things and other projects, but it's gonna get done even if it takes this entire year to get it done. I'm excited. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to hear from you guys, and I want to know what you guys want to see here in the next few videos. And you guys have a blessed day. Plant something, grow something, and create something beautiful and useful. Bye-bye.